Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So it has been confirmed the Spider-Man Brand New Day will start filming around Glasgow from July 28th until August 13th, 2025. So Marvel is getting very close on filming the brand new Spider-Man movie, and the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because I want us to understand where this brand new Spider-Man movie is going to go. Like, what is the plan? But in order for us to understand how we got to this point, we must understand what was the original plan and what Kevin Feige had in mind about a year ago, because a lot has changed ever since they thought about how to have more closure on the multiverse saga. So first things first, there was a huge shift that happened back in May where Marvel has announced that Avengers Doomsday will move from May 2026 to December 2026, which has fundamentally transformed Spider-Man Brand New Day in a huge way, because before Brand New Day was supposed to happen after Avengers Doomsday, but now with Doomsday being pushed back, it's now gonna happen before Avengers Doomsday. When Marvel first mapped out Phase 6, they first wanted Spider-Man Brand New Day to be a narrative bridge between two massive Avenger films, which was Doomsday and Secret Wars. And so because of this, it's no longer going to be that narrative bridge, it's now going to be a appetizer to Avengers Doomsday, the intro and the bridge that's going to lead towards the next Avenger film. It was said, according to a industry insider, Daniel Rickman, he did state that there was a complete story crisis that required a lot of rewrites, very similar to what happened with Doctor Strange 2, because it was said that when they were making Doctor Strange 2, The Multiverse of Madness, American Chavez was originally meant to have a major role in No Way Home, and that was because No Way Home was supposed to come out after Doctor Strange 2, but as we all know, Doctor Strange 2 was the one that came out after Spider-Man No Way Home. That was the next movie, which took place in the year of 2022. So this was not the first time to hear that the Brand New Day storyline has been rewritten, and they have been going through multiple drafts trying to understand what the story should be. There were so many creative disagreements between Kevin Feige, Tom Holland, some directors within Marvel. All of this was going on between the years of 2023 and 2024. Originally, this story was supposed to be about the post-Doomsday trauma and the rebuild, because since Brand New Day was supposed to come out after Doomsday, we were supposed to be in a world where Dr. Doom has already done his damage in Universe 616, and how was Spider-Man going to adapt to that new reality? It was also drafted that the Spider-Man film was supposed to take place in Battleworld. Like, there were supposed to be a lot of Battleworld connections, but that also did not materialize. There was also this need that there needed to be more cosmic, more multiversal events that was going on in Brand New Day, something that many of us did not really want to see. What we wanted to see was a Spider-Man grounded story, but that was not possible because we knew that Doomsday was coming out before Spider-Man Brave New World. It just did not make any sense, hence the reason why Kevin Feige, Tom Holland, and some other writers were going through a lot of headaches trying to make us understand what was going to be the story. So let's fast forward a couple of months and let's talk about what's currently going on. What is the new reality? Because with the Doomsday being postponed to December 2026, it gives us unprecedented storytelling opportunities that is going to be much more valuable than the original plan. I believe that Brand New Day can now serve as a crucial setup while maintaining more of a creative freedom, not trying to deal with the ramifications of Avengers Doomsday. It is for sure going to be held within the ground level world. This is the reason why Destin Daniel Cretton was hired to make this movie, because if you look at Shang-Chi and how that film was being made, it was very grounded, very, I would just say, gritty. Lots of fights, the story was amazing, and he is the perfect director to make such a movie like Brand New Day. Like, yes, maybe in the last 15 to 20 minutes of Brand New Day, it can lead us towards Avengers Doomsday, where we might see more cosmic, more multiversal elements, but all in all, 90% of it should be very grounded. And Destin Daniel Cretton is amazing in terms of balancing both. There has been a lot of rumors and leaks suggesting that we could have Scorpion appear, Tombstone appear, Boomerang also appear, but lately, over the past 7 to 8 days, there has been a lot of escalation about Savage Hulk appearing in this movie. I'm talking about a Hulk that we have not seen since 2008. Yes, I'm talking about the Incredible Hulk. We will not be getting a Hulk that attends barbecues and just relaxes and acts like a therapist to other superheroes. No, we will be getting a full-on Savage Hulk, a Hulk that is going to be insane, that causes a lot of chaos. This really does excite me because if you really think about it, they have also explained that the Punisher is going to appear in this movie. Most likely it is going to be the Punisher and Spider-Man joining forces to take down Savage Hulk. And if you're going to tell me that we're going to have Punisher with Spider-Man to take down Savage Hulk, Destin Daniel Cretton is going to be the perfect one to really make this happen and for the fights to feel rich. I am going to be very interested though on how a character like the Punisher would fit within a PG-13 film, because the only reason why many of us do like the Punisher is because he is so cold-blooded, so cold-hearted. He kills, we see blood. He does the most insane things to bad people in projects. I'm like, how are you going to be able to do this in a PG-13 movie, in a Spider-Man movie? But all in all, this type of approach allows Marvel to do a couple of things. It would satisfy Sony and their desire to have a little multiversal elements and the desire to also have a street-level Spider-Man story. It would also allow Marvel to build towards a cosmic threat naturally, rather than just forcing it outright from the very beginning, because originally, like I've said, Doomsday was supposed to come out before Brand New Day. You also do have the possibility of creating character development arcs in the film that could be paid off in Doomsday and Secret Wars. So let's talk about this big theory that has been going on, because I do believe that this is going to be one of the biggest ways Brand New Day is going to set up Doomsday, meaning I do think that Spider-Man will be the anchor being for the next two Avenger films. What do I mean by that? There has been a lot of reliable sources suggesting that Peter Parker could serve as an anchor being due to Doctor Strange's memory erasing spell from No Way Home. This theory does come from the concept that happened in Deadpool and Wolverine. In that film, it was explained that Wolverine was the anchor being to the Fox universe, hence the reason why the Fox universe was going to be erased. And it was only going to get erased because Wolverine did die. So what does that mean? So if Spider-Man dies, maybe by Doctor Doom, Universe 616 is just gonna go to hell. Like, it's gonna be over for that universe. That also sets up the possibility of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom meeting Peter Parker as a Spider-Man. And can you imagine the type of reaction Peter Parker will have when he does see that his mentor is now the big bad of the multiverse? This is the reason why Marvel might be leaning towards Peter Parker being the anchor being, right? Spider-Man. However, there has also been this concept that because Peter's unique memory wipe status is still very much alive and nobody knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, that could make him immune to Doctor Doom's reality manipulation in Doomsday, meaning that when Doctor Doom creates Battleworld, everybody's going to be hypnotized. I don't know if you guys have seen those pictures, those leak pictures that came out 4 to 5 months ago, but you can see that there was a world of Hulks. There was also this other picture of Doctor Doom with Doctor Strange working right next to him, right? Once again, they're all being hypnotized under this spell from Doctor Doom, this world that Doctor Doom has created. But the only reason why Peter Parker's Spider-Man, right, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, will not be under that spell is because he is immune to that because of the spell of Doctor Strange. This is what's probably going to happen in the next film. If Doom gains control over heroes' memories and identities on Battleworld, Peter will be protected. Nothing is going to happen to him. This is the reason why he is most likely going to be the anchor being, meaning he will be the key to this whole setup. And of course you want to make Spider-Man the main protagonist in the next two Avengers films. Of course you want to do that. Everybody and the whole audience knows who Spider-Man is. He is Marvel's most popular character. Yes, Spider-Man took the backseat in the last two Avenger films, in Infinity War and Endgame. It is now time to push Spider-Man as the main protagonist and the main leader in the next two Avenger films. It just has to be. It is what Brand New Day is going to be. It's going to set up Spider-Man to really become more mature, taking more responsibility, being more accountable, and to be much more of a leader, and hopefully under the guidance of the Punisher. So the bridge here is very much alive. There is also this theory where, according to Jeff Snyder, he spoke to the hot mic and he has explained that Brand New Day will take place simultaneously or concurrently to the events of Avengers Doomsday, which could explain the reason why Spider-Man might not have a lot of screen time in the first film. Yet, even though he might be there in some occasions, maybe in the last 10 to 15 minutes, he'll be very impactful. But at the end of the day, because the two events will be simultaneous, it's probably going to be the reason why his showing is not going to be that great. And the reason why Jeff Snyder did say that, why the two events could be simultaneous is because it could further explain why Spider-Man's absence was there during the cast announcement for Doomsday. But I'll keep you guys updated on that. We'll see if that story coming from Jeff Snyder does hold true. So all in all, I do think that this is the correct approach. This is what's most likely going to happen. It is going to have a great story progression, starting with street crime to gang wars. There is also the ramifications of Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which is eventually going to lead towards the Savage Hulk situation, and then ultimately leading towards a cosmic level destruction that sets up universe-threatening events in Doomsday. That is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.